Is God real? How can I know for sure that God is real? We know that God is real because He has revealed Himself to us in three ways: in creation, in His Word, and in His Son, Jesus Christ. The most basic proof of God's existence is simply what He has made. For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead, so that unbelievers are without excuse. Romans 1 verse 20. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth His handiwork. Psalm 19 verse 1. If I found a wristwatch in the middle of a field, I would not assume that it just appeared out of nowhere, or that it had always existed. Based on the watch's design, I would assume it had a designer. But I see a far greater design and precision in the world around us. Our measurement of time is not based on wristwatches, but on God's handiwork, the regular rotation of the Earth, and the radioactive properties of the cesium-133 atom. The universe displays great design, and this argues for a great designer. If I found an encoded message, I would seek out a cryptographer to help break the code. My assumption would be that there is an intelligent sender of the message, someone who created the code. Well, how complex is the DNA code that we carry in every cell of our bodies? Does not the complexity and purpose of DNA argue for an intelligent writer of the code? Not only has God made an intricate and finely tuned physical world, He has also instilled a sense of eternity in the heart of every person. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. Mankind has an innate perception that there is more to life than meets the eye, that there is an existence higher than this earthly routine. Our sense of eternity manifests itself in at least two ways: lawmaking and worship. Every civilization throughout history has valued certain moral laws, which are surprisingly similar from culture to culture. For example, the ideal of love is universally esteemed, while the act of lying is universally condemned. This common morality, this global understanding of right and wrong, points to a supreme moral being who gave us such scruples. In the same way, people all over the world, regardless of culture, have always cultivated a system of worship. The object of worship may vary, but the sense of a higher power is an undeniable part of being human. Our propensity to worship accords with the fact that God created us in His own image. Genesis 1 verse 27. God has also revealed Himself to us through His Word, the Bible. Throughout Scripture, the existence of God is treated as a self-evident fact. Genesis 1:1, Exodus 3 verse 14. When Benjamin Franklin wrote his autobiography, he did not waste time trying to prove his own existence. Likewise, God does not spend much time proving His existence in His book. The life-changing nature of the Bible, its integrity, and miracles which accompanied its writing should be enough to warrant a closer look. The third way in which God revealed Himself is through His Son, Jesus Christ. John 14 verses 6 through 11. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us. John 1, verse 1 and verse 14. In Jesus Christ dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Colossians 2, verse 9. In Jesus' amazing life, He kept the entire Old Testament law perfectly, and fulfilled the prophecies concerning the Messiah. Matthew 5, verse 17. He performed countless acts of compassion and public miracles to authenticate His message and bear witness to His deity. John 21, verses 24 through 25. Then, 3 days after His crucifixion, He rose from the dead, a fact affirmed by hundreds of eyewitnesses. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 6. The historical account abounds with proof of who Jesus is. As the Apostle Paul said, this thing was not done in a corner. Acts 26, verse 26. We realize that there will always be skeptics who have their own ideas concerning God and will read the evidence accordingly. And there will be some whom no amount of proof will convince. Psalm 14, verse 1. It all comes down to faith. Hebrews 11:6.